Jason Leffler on pole, outside pole, and Papa Montoya, followed by Ron Hornaday Jr., Justin Allgaier, Stacy Compton, and the current points leader, TJ Bell, as we're going to get started here at Pikes Peak International Raceway. With a good start, Hornaday trying to come through on the bottom.
It's Peak.
It's Pikes. Ron Hornaday Jr. going for the lead here on Jason Leffler into 1 and 2. That's the camera button as Hornaday trying to complete the move here in 3 and 4 to get our first lead change of the day, and he will. Ron Hornaday Jr., new leader at Pikes Peak. Such a dominant performance last season, though he came short of the title to championship rival Mike Skinner, who had maybe a more consistent season. But Hornaday now leading over Jason Leffler, Justin Allgaier, Juan Pablo Montoya, and TJ Bell. And then in 6th, it's last week's winner, Timothy Peters. Justin Allgaier has gotten by Jason Leffler for 2nd, and Juan Pablo Montoya trying to take 3rd here. Montoya, after this race, is probably going to be immediately getting on the road to Las Vegas. Not the only driver in the field who will be doing that. Somewhere here, Elliott Sadler is a part-time in the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, and he's also going to be making that trip. So hopefully
People love a journey.
fatigue. Hopefully no fatigue tomorrow for those drivers. Maybe the extra track time kind of locks them in a bit, and Montoya and Sadler can have good runs tomorrow in the Cup race at Las Vegas. Ron Hornaday Jr., the gap is being closed a bit here by Justin Allgaier. Brant 21 looking really good so far this season. Had a great run out in Auto Club. Try and make this a productive West Coast swing for that Richard Childress Racing team. Technically a rookie on the season, made a few starts last season, but just wow, looking real impressive so far this season.
He looked impressive last season as well.
Steady climb for Erdem in this race. And now he's in the top 5 as we got pitters.
Oh, there's a pit.
Yeah, we're here in pit road. Cars are pitting.
And just ahead of the halfway point of this one, as the leaders come down, Hornaday Jr. Leffler was the first to pit among competitive cars. And we'll see how this all cycles out as David Stremme has assumed the lead. Now Stremme will pit. And I believe these should be the last cars that have stayed out, as Jason Leffler looking pretty good right now. Where is Hornaday going to come out? Hornaday's going to be ahead of Allgaier still. But what about Leffler? As Rudiman able to pass Montoya off the pit lane. Now will be Rudiman to 4th. Another spot for the 48 as Hornaday is going to maintain the lead over Allgaier, Leffler, Rudiman, and Montoya. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. taking an actually multiple cars down the pit lane. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and James Butcher, so maybe some strange pit strategy happening here.
Yeah, I think the pit window is about...
I think there's a caution.
There is.
Brian Scott. That car's real damaged and and it's fucking dead. What happened to Brian Scott? All right, we're looking at the battle of Brian Scott and Scott Speed. This is 4 position speed way up the racetrack, and Brian Scott just clears himself off the 82 and wrecks himself, and then the 55 gets into him, and I think the 32 collected damage from that, and that's why the 55 32 went down the pit lane. Brian Scott is
Yeah.
definitely. Let's see, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just gets a clip of him, and so does the 55, James Busher. I don't think there's major damage for Stenhouse or Busher, but definitely don't want to be collected in that. And Brian Scott should be the only car out of the race here. And I believe Jeremy Mayfield, who just got lapped, will get the free pass. Front row
We're green.
is Hornet Jr. Justin Allgaier with a big jump on the restart. Might be able to clear to turn one. Behind him, Hornaday, Leffler, Rudeman, Montoya, and TJ Bell. Allgaier able to clear. And he's going to have the lead. New leader here at Pikes Peak, Justin Allgaier. 42 of Scott Dixon pitting. He was the first to pit on the last pit cycle, which you question why you don't come in under the caution if you're planning to pit around lap 60.
He's
So aren't
stupid.
sure what's happening with the 42 there. So there's another car. Oh, the 14 is destroyed. There is no caution out, but the 14 of Eric Darnell with... Oh, there is a caution there. 14 of Eric Darnell clearly got into an incident. What happened to Eric Darnell? Benson up high. Trevor Bain sends it 3 wide, and he just clears himself off the 14, takes himself out as well as the 29 of Johnny Benson Jr. and the 14 of Eric Darnell. Also at the end here, James Busher just
Blamau.
Justin Allgaier going to be able to maintain his lead, but second is a new driver, David Stremme, followed by Jason Keller, Jason Leffler, and Juan Pablo Montoya. Terrible pit stop for the 9 of Ron Hornaday Jr., and Justin Allgaier is going to keep the lead for the restart. All right, the restart is going to be Allgaier, Stremme, Leffler, Montoya, Keller, Hornaday, the top 6. As we've seen, that top line has gotten great restarts, and Stremme is going to keep that trend going. Stremme clear to the lead. Maybe no, the 20, the 21. Justin Allgaier.
Here he comes.
Oh, they're beating and banging behind him. The 48 and 43 are leaning on each other, but up here it's a battle for the lead, and Justin Allgaier is going to take it and maintain his lead. Colin Braun up to 6th, looking for 5th.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get it there. Rudeman was a bit loose into the corner. Colin Braun now in the top 5. Caution's out. Once again, looks like it involves Casey Atwood, the Daytona winner. What happened to Casey Atwood?
That's not good for his points.
Atwood battling with Scott Riggs and Sam Hornish Jr., and Hornish just kind of turns him around and he goes for a lazy spin. But it's enough to bring out the yellow here at Pikes Peak. Coming to the yellow, Eric Almirola and David Starr get into it a bit here, and Almirola turns himself into the wall. Not good for the 16. Matt DiBenedetto in the 07 gets a bit of it too. That's not good to see for Eric Almirola.
It's
all right,
mostly fine. Okay, bye.
The 38 not. The top line is not moving.
Neither is most of the field.
They are 3 wide for the lead. Colin Braun, Papa Montoya, Justin Allgaier.
Oh, he shows him wide.
Oh my, I don't know what is happening. Just miscommunication on the restart from a lot of the spotters seemingly. Off the strange restart, Colin Braun takes the lead. 28 pitting, Scott Riggs. Over Ron Hornaday Jr., Pablo Montoya, Justin Allgaier, and Jason Leffler. But Ron Hornaday Jr. trying to get to the inside here. Gives him a bit of a bumper, but Colin Braun holds strong. Here comes Justin Allgaier for third. Got to the quarter panel of Juan Pablo Montoya there for a second. Decides to just duck down and get it done cleanly. Leffler trying to get a spot too, maybe. Will he take it 3 into 1 and 2? Jason Leffler, they're 3 wide for third. Leffler on the bottom. He's going to get the 2 for 1. Great move from Jason Leffler. Montoya trying to get full. Oh, caution's out again. Oh, we got a big pile of the backstretch.
Oh,
That's a bunch of cars who have been involved in this already. We got the battle for 13th. Gerhardt gets up the track a bit into Lofton, and then Peters into Gerhardt. Sends Gerhardt up the track into Brendan Gaughan. Huge hit for Gaughan, huge hit for Gerhardt. And then a bunch of cars from the back just pile in, don't know where they're going, all ARCA brake and cause a massive pile up on the backstretch. More cars coming in still.
What the
Let's see here. Yeah, it's the 00. And then 09 piles in a bunch of other cars. The 09 takes up most of the shot here. Wow.
Hi, Stacey Compton.
All right, we're getting ready for the restart. Colin Braun, Ron Hornaday Jr., Jason Leffler, Justin Allgaier, Juan Pablo Montoya, and Parker Kligerman. The 9 and 83 struggle to get started, and Jason Leffler takes them both 3 wide.
Hey, that's an aggressive move.
He's going to get the lead here. Jason Leffler, new leader here at Pikes Peak. What a move on the restart. As he caught Hornaday and Braun both sleeping. Yeah, Braun trying to salvage second. There's a caution. They're wrecking again in the back.
Oh.
All right, on the restart, 2 already wrecked cars in the back. Jeremy Mayfield and Marco Andretti. Mayfield just kind of slams into Andretti and causes a bit of an accident there. And that's enough to bring out the caution flag as the 28 of Scott Riggs piles in as well. As this gives us a chance to look over the cars who have been taken out in the past few incidents. That is going to be Scott Riggs, Bobby Gerhardt, Matt DiBenedetto, Scott Dixon, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Stacy Compton, Brendan Gaughan, David Gilliland, Sam Hornish Jr., Eric Darnell, Eric Amarola, Mark Green, Johnny Benson Jr., Trevor Bain, James Butcher, and Brian Scott, who have been taken out of this race as the chaos is amped up late. All right, we got the restart here, which we missed because of outdated technology. Jason Leffler keeping the lead over Ron Hornaday Jr., Colin Braun, Justin Allgaier, Ryan Truex from Papa Montoya. As Leffler trying to
Michael
keep it over. Yeah, as Leffler's trying to keep the spot over Hornaday. All of MWR is either here or wrecked out of the race. Hornaday is fighting.
Leffler leaning a bit
on the top side. Yeah, Hornaday. Can he clear? No, Leffler gonna send it in a bit in 3 and 4 to keep side by side with the 9 of Hornaday. As there
I think Hornaday's gonna clear
here. This is for the win. Leffler into 1 and 2. Sends it deep. Colin Braun also there.
Still not clear.
Yeah, Hornaday fighting on the outside. Leffler again into 3 and 4.
And invite Colin Braun into it.
Yeah, they got Colin Braun and Ryan Truex, who hasn't been here the entire race, trying to get this win. White flag for Leffler and Hornaday. Who's going to take it here? Leffler trying to get the clear out of 1 and 2. I don't think he can. Hornaday
side by side.
Top. Through 3 and 4. This is for the win. Jason Leffler sends it in deep. Can he get anything? Hornaday fighting on the top. Who's going to get it at the line? It's going to be Hornaday.
By inches.
What a finish here at Pikes Peak. We're getting another shot of the final turns here. Hornaday and Leffler battling right to the end. It's the run off the top out of 3 and 4 that's going to, in the end, get Hornaday this victory by inches over Jason Leffler and make it back-to-back for Gillette Evernham Motorsports in a thriller here at Pikes Peak.
It's also 3 for 3 for Dodges.
Yeah, first 3 races of the season, all won by Dodge. Great to see for the manufacturer.
He's going to do a burnout.
That he is, as it was a great race here today at Pikes Peak.